black men are the white people of black people. We are the entitled, largely uneducated, flamboyantly problematic group that offers that everyone else is the problem but us. We think that we should be the leaders of the black community without actually taking responsibility for negative things that happen within the black community. We offer that it is everyone else's fault that things don't work but ours. It's society not respecting the black man. It's the black woman not respecting the black man. It's the feminization of the black man. It's the masculinization of the black woman. It is the black woman choosing the wrong black man. It's the LGBTQ plus community trying to indoctrinate the black man. Everybody else's fault but ours. And if anyone steps outside the pocket to remind us in any way, shape, or form that we might be able to do better, then they're bashing black men. And don't get me wrong, things are hard for us as black men, but that doesn't give us the right to pretend like things aren't hard for other people. Like we don't make things hard for other people. That's what white people do.
Hello, 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 guys. It is Lexis Exodus, leader of the Black Women Liberation. How are you guys doing? Shout out to my exes. Shout out to my loyal subscribers. Shout out to all of my supporters who always engage. And speaking of that, if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe and please share. Please chime in below in the conversation. I really, really look forward. I don't think you guys understand how amazing and affirming it is for me to share this content and for you to give me feedback on it and for you to let me know that you're listening and to know that there are like-minded black women across the world to enjoy my content and who have their head on straight. I really enjoy it. So if you have any feedback at all, please leave it below. Like I always say, I mean, this is not an echo chamber. Please, if you have differing opinions, I am happy to hear them. I love speaking with you all, so please do that. So let's get to it. So I always ask for you guys to send me suggestions or content ideas, and I happen to get this story tip from one of my loyal supporters, Brianna, and I won't share her full name because I'm not sure that she's comfortable with me divulging that, but she shared this story with me about Goldman Sachs pledging to donate $10 billion to Black women. And I just got so happy to see that story. And I'm so excited because for so long we have been the silent mules of our community. And I think it's like a cliche now, Black women save the day every day, even when it comes to, the white community as well. When you look at this political election and how we kind of came out in droves and how Stacey Abrams turned Georgia blue, we just do the damn thing, and we are responsible, and we are movers and shakers, and we're professional, and we're entrepreneurs, and we're educated, and we are out here doing wonderful things. So it really makes me happy that Goldman Sachs recognized that and is wanting to support that. So let's go through this news story. Goldman Sachs is pledging to support initiatives for Black women and their small businesses with this $10 billion investment. So let's see. It talks about them doing this because of Black women are disproportionately dying of COVID-19, also lost jobs. So this led to them creating the 1 Million Black Women Initiative. That's amazing. So their goal is to help Black women get access to money and advance in the workforce by investing in things like broadband and childcare in Black neighborhoods and partnering with organizations such as Power Rising that have already been doing this work. That's phenomenal. And I'm not familiar with this Power Rising organization, but I can only hope that, this is a legitimate organization that really is promoting and, supporting Black women and Black women equity. So let's see. You put in $10 billion. Are you really going to be sharing your network? Black women are marginalized groups, this article talks about, and tend to be left behind, which is true. We have it twofold. Not only are we women, so we get discriminated against because of that, because of misogyny and because of gender biases, but we also are African American women, so we experience it twofold, where minorities two times over. So oftentimes we get the shit hand of the stick. Let's see. With respect to understanding, good. Yeah, and then it finishes this article by saying when a company like Goldman Sachs does something, its competitors do it too, which is amazing. So, and I think, this is indicative of where we're at right now, especially with all the Black Lives Matter protests and things that happened over the summertime. Lots of organizations have been donating and have been investing in different initiatives to help the Black community. I am really, really glad this one focuses on Black women, and because we deserve it. We deserve it. I mean, we're already upholding our communities on our back single handedly, so we deserve to be supported. We're the most educated, and with that comes a lot of debt, because unfortunately we don't have men who are providers in our community, so we have to rely on loans to take care of our education. We also are starting businesses at a very high disproportionate rate, so we're entrepreneurs. So I'm really happy that one of these huge firms, Fortune 500 companies, are planning on supporting those efforts. So although I'm happy, the Dusties are not. So let's go into some of the bullshit backlash that we've seen. And I had these links up. I'm sorry, I had all of this ready, but something happened where this was closed out. Here we go. The Dusties are upset because they are being left out of this philanthropic effort. So I'm going to play a few videos and then I am going to respond to them. So let's do it. This is the first video. This guy's name is Truth Unfiltered. Let's hear what Truth Unfiltered has to say.
I want to make passive income. Yes, you could be helping someone like me, a dude in my 20s,
Skip this
make
ad.
money in my sleep. It's true.
Dr. O'Shea, Kevin Samuels, black men who are here talking about the $10 billion that Goldman Sachs has pledged for black women. Okay? For black women. I'm disappointed in y'all. Heavily. Not because I'm jealous or because any other nonsense, but because as black men, you have to realize that this is a political game. Like, y'all have all said it's like you recognize what they're trying to do, but you don't, it's like you don't have the power within yourself to just say whatever it is, like to just tell us what you think we should do. Besides saying, oh, we as black men need a bond together. Bro, this is deeper than that, bro. Yes, we do need to bond together. We need to grow, create businesses, etc., etc. But here's the catch. This is the thing about this that you have to think about and remember. Bro, this is basically an attack on black America. And I'm going to explain to you how it is and why it is.
This is an attack on Black America. Supporting Black women is an attack on Black America. These niggas are pussy. I'm going to keep going, but I'm going to pause here and there so I can give my feedback and my reaction to this bullshit.
First of all, how can you say that they're going to give $10 billion for black women? First of all, that's sexist as hell. That's discriminatory in itself.
Yeah, supporting the women who you refuse to man up and support. That's discriminatory. You fucking piece of shit. Shut up.
Am I lying? If somebody said, "Look, we got $10 billion for black men," $10 billion for black men. Now again, hey, it's Goldman Sachs money. They can do what they want to do with it. Hey, I get it completely. But all I'm saying is, family, $10 billion is a lot of money. That's a lot of money, bruh. That's crazy. We start having a conversation about reparations. Hey, the money is the issue. Everybody complaining about the money, but this fool got $10 billion out of nowhere. Just $10 billion. Just you got that money, dog. That's interesting.
I'm sorry, y'all gotta pause this. This nigga is throwing a temper tantrum because he is jealous that Black women are being supported. So basically, you hear, and there's tons of videos. I mean, all you have to do is do a simple YouTube search of Goldman Sachs to invest $10 billion or Goldman Sachs Black women, and you'll see tons of videos of these nakers throwing temper tantrums because they're upset that they're not getting a piece of the pie. And so, pretty much, what he's saying here is, take care of me too, daddy. Take care of me too. You know, I'll bust it open for you. Look at me. Look at me. And these fools are ignoring the fact that it's a damn shame that these men can't take care of the women and children in their communities. Totally bypassing how bleak and how sad that is, and is basically saying, "Give me some too." My lord.
This is one thing Black people have to understand, and Black women do well to understand this as well too. That the reason why they're doing this truly is because they know that Black women are consumers, right? Black people are consumers, and they know what they want is to basically get the Black woman ahead of the Black man, so that the Black woman continues to be the voice within the Black community, the dominant presence of the dominant voice in the Black community. And with that being the case, they will have, it's like they made an agreement with the women, like they're making a deal, a financial deal with the women. And that way they can continuously move their agenda forward through the woman. They're telling you guys who they're trying to go through. They're not coming through here trying to make agreements and alliances and, gain respect with the Black community. No, they're going to Black women. This is what you guys have to understand. And, hey, to be honest with you, I'm sick and tired of people disrespecting us as a people to our face, and Black men and Black women and Black people in general just sitting around like we did not just get disrespected. Like, bro, they're disrespectful as hell. And until you tell someone, like, listen, bro, there's going to be structure here. And if you're going to try to help us, you're going to help us the right way. You're not going to help us in a way that's going to create a bad situation for us in the future. Do you guys?
Now, how the fuck you gonna ask for a handout, but then have the nerve to tell somebody how they can give their money to you? You get what I'm saying? Like, how the beggars can't be choosers. So how the fuck you gonna tell somebody how to be philanthropic when they're giving you their money? Are you stupid? These motherfuckers are pussy. They pussy, and this is so sad. And I don't even want to watch this entire video. I am going to continue to watch it just because I think it's important that we share this type of information to illustrate the dismal reality of the state of the Black men in this community. But this is fucking sad. So pretty much, these Black men are like, give me some too, daddy. I'm here. Don't ignore me. I'll suck your dick. I'll bend over for some cash too. Instead of working, give me a handout too. You're not going to expect a handout from me and expect charity from me and then advise me on how I can do my charitable efforts. You're not going to do that. The nerve of these niggas.
And that not all help is good help. Let's be real here. Not all money is good money. Like, were you born yesterday? Not all help is good help. Okay? If we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. And that's how I feel. And that's what I believe at the end of the day. And hey, I'm not saying that I believe in this hardcore patriarchy and all of that, but I'm telling y'all, and this is the bottom line, and this is where I land this plane. It is dangerous. It is very dangerous for us to become content with continuously pushing our men to the back, with them continuously trying to uplift the women and push the men to the back, ignoring the Black men, ignoring Black men. Like, this has been going on in the Black community and in the world for a very long time. A very long time. The Black man has always been ignored. And I'm telling you guys right now, it's a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous thing for society, and it's a dangerous thing for the Black community as well, too. Because this is the thing that women have to realize.
Friends would walk up to me and just be like, what the f is in your mug? And I would just tell them, it's mud.
this initiative that will ultimately push black women, or at least aim to push black women ahead of black men. Okay, even though they're not saying that, oh, that's not what this is about. They're saying black women make 90% less than white men. So they're going to compare the black woman to the white man, and I get it, I understand it. But what they should be looking at, if this was a genuine comparison, a genuine help, it would be black people, not black women compared to white men.
You hear this shit? Talking about if you're going to help us, you'll do it on our terms. This is embarrassing. These motherfuckers really have no shame. Like, have some dignity about yourself. Have some pride about yourself. How you gonna have your hand out and then tell somebody not like it's like if you a panhandler and I give you $4, you're not gonna tell me I don't want a change, just give me $1. Like, are you kidding me? Beggars cannot be choosers. This is fucking embarrassing. Let's keep going.
And women are sitting back like, yeah, girl, we wanna compete with the white man. This and that. What? I get it. When it comes to dollars and cents, understand me. I get it completely. But like I said, not all help is good help. There's strings attached to this one. Now, this is what I want y'all to do. For those of you who are going to downvote the video, because I already know that some of y'all just don't like the way I'm talking, you don't like my tone of voice, whatever. You're going to downvote the video. I implore you to get in the comments and defend what you have to say and talk about your position. Articulate yourself. Don't hide behind.
Now he's talking about go in the comments and articulate yourself, but it's like these are circular arguments. This is why I don't engage in this type of dialogue, because you're dealing with a delusional mentality. And these men are cowards, and they'll find any way to justify this problematic behavior. This don't make no fucking sense. This makes no fucking sense that these men are upset. So what's happening? What's happening is Brad is recognizing, man, the black community is on their knees. These women are diligently working. They're trying to help establish some semblance of stability over there, but their men are failures. Not only are their men failures, they actually counter our they are counterproductive when it comes to their plight, and they make it more difficult for these women to get out of these situations. So what we gonna do is help these women that these men fail to protect and provide for. We're gonna step in and help them, and this motherfucker is mad because someone else is doing his job. And I'll never forget. So this reminds me of a few situations. So one, so I remember being in a Walmart parking lot and pulled up and being approached by this black dude asking for money. And I don't give men money. I do not give men money. And he was a younger dude, able-bodied. He had to be, he was no older than me. So maybe 30s, early 30s. And he asked me for some fucking money, and he came up and said, my ex slashed my tires. Can you spare a few dollars so I can, get them fixed and get things back to where I need to be? And y'all know, I looked at him and I started to cuss him the fuck out. The only thing that stopped me was the fact that he had a little 5-year-old girl holding his hand, which I assume was his daughter, while doing this. And a few things went through my head. One was, damn, this baby is being indoctrinated from birth, from a very, very early age, that it's okay to take care of black men, that black men are don't even have $20 to get a tire fix. Don't even have $50 to go, get a used tire to get things replaced, or $50 to, call a tow truck to be able to make it home. She's been indoctrinated that this is normal. So he's normalizing that, it's okay for these men to be broke and to not be able to take care of themselves and to ask them for money. But also, she's in a predicament where she's learning that not only are these men unable to take care of her, they're unable to take care of themselves. And I gave him money because my heart went out for that little girl, because I wanted her. Who knows? He could have been using the money just to buy some weed or something. Who knows? But the only reason why I gave that man money was because he had that little girl with him, and it broke my heart. And I didn't want her to be in a situation where, she was unable to get home because of this loser nature. I also thought of Tommy Lee. She's a reality star from Love and Hip Hop. And I remember a clip going viral of her giving money to a homeless woman. And a man was next to her. And this man held his hand out to the homeless woman who had gotten the money. And she cussed him clean the fuck out. And told him, "You are a man. You are a man. You do not expect no money for no woman. It is not a woman's responsibility to take care of you. You are not getting any money." And she told that woman, "Don't give him none of your money. This is an able-bodied man. If I'm able to get my ass up and work, then he can do it too." And this is what I mean. And this is a type of mentality that is so pervasive and so common in the Black community. These men are like children. They're like coddled children. And they have the nerve to not get flustered and not get frustrated at their inability to take care of themselves and the women and children in their community, but to get mad at someone else for doing the job for them. And again, this is embarrassing. And it also, I thought of, it's like if, you're a parent and you gave your child up for adoption, then turn around and get mad at the foster parents for stepping up and taking care of things. You know what I mean? Or making fun of a child for being taken care of by different people who decided to accept responsibility for the child you abandoned. Like, what the fuck type of sense does that make? Yeah, these men are weird. So I'm done with that video. Tommy Sodomizer also had a lot to say about this topic too. So I'm going to play that for you as well. Let's see. And then I'll pause here and there and I'll give you my feedback. So here we go. Let's start at the 23-minute mark.
This is not just another streaming app.
The job spoken.
This is so white man back. Busting. People who may not know, this is an independent show.
The timestamp I want this to is 23:38. Here we go.
If you Black men know that you can't live like that, then you got to ask yourself this question. How are they allowed to live?
Oh, 22:38. My bad.
The next question is,
here we go.
At every turn, bumbling Black men. Black women started to live off the state in the 60s, and then when Lyndon Baines Johnson, the original LBJ, decided one of the best ways to get Black people's votes, up to the women, not the men. The Democratic Party did nothing for Black men. They did everything for Black women. Right now, a Black woman with no job can survive and live for years and years and years, keep a roof over her house, a roof over her head, and food in her mouth. How many of you Black men can do that? I ask again. Right now, Black women can live year after year after year without a job, without ever working a job. How many of you Black men can do this and keep a roof over your head, food in your mouth?
Do y'all hear this shit? So instead of saying, "Damn, we can't take care of the women and children in our community," this fool is really saying, "Why aren't we able to do that?" And we know that women are supposed to be taken care of, not Black men. So he's pretty much saying, I wish I had a pussy so I could be taken care of too. Tommy and other men like him, they want to be able to bussy bop, to give up their bussies for a white man and to get paid too. That's all they're saying. That's all they're angry about, truly. The fact that they're unable to bust it open, to bend it over, and then get taken care of.
If you black men know that you can't live like that, then you got to ask yourself this question: how are they allowed to live like that? And the next question is, who's funding them? And the next question is, why are they funding them? That goes to this show. Goldman Sachs is deciding to invest $10 billion into black women. $10 billion. People who may not know, this is an independent show. Love you guys, but you also see how much I get flagged. So if you'd like to go ahead and hit that Cash App, you can. Show love where love can be shown. But if not, if you're just watching the show, make sure you hit that like and that share. Also, you can go and join the OnlyFans as well as join here if you want to talk, and that keeps us from having to deal with bullshit. People stalking. Why? We've been told that America's racist and that white people hate black folks. So I'm going to agree that white people hate black folks. So then my next question would be, why is it the white man continues to fund black women if he hates black folks? Thank you, Trishana. I see that you hit that cash out. Thank you so much, Steve. If the white man hates black folks, why does he keep helping black women? And if black women think the white man is racist, why does she keep cheering every time a black woman fucks one of them? In the video that got knocked down, I pointed out how black women have been getting fucked by the white man since they landed in America. It's nothing new. So why is it that they're still cheering for their rapist? Black women love to say that the white man raped them, beat them, and all of that. So if the white man did what black women say that he did to them, the last thing they'd want to do was have sex with him, since they claim that they're going through post-traumatic slave syndrome, that they can feel the pain of the ancestors. If that's the case, black women should be 100% against white men sleeping with black women.
Y'all hear this shit? And I think it's so funny when Tyrone say that about swirlers or about divested women. All the black women in my life, everyone, every single last one of them that I know have never been physically or sexually harmed by a white man. None of them. But guess what? In the same token, every single last one of them, and I have a huge family. I'm talking about my mom has about 8 brothers and sisters. My dad has 11 brothers and sisters. Every single female cousin, every single aunt, every single woman that I know, every single woman, my mother, they all have been either sexually or physically abused at the hands of a Tyrone. This is disgusting. Let's keep going.
The main people who should get grief from sleeping with black women or sleeping with white people should be black women. Because black women would have enough self-confidence and self-pride to say, the white man used to rape us and beat us. So why would we sleep with him now for free?
Told you.
Yeah, that's
Told
exactly
you. They want to be able to sleep with white men for money. They are jealous because they're not able to be kept pretty princesses. They're not able to be sugar babies. They want to be able to fucking suck dick and to get banged in the backside for a coin too. That's all this is about.
Black women sleeping with the white man for free, cheering every time a black woman gets a baby by a white man. But then the same group of black women will talk about colorism. The same group of black women will talk about the European standard of beauty, but take pride in producing a half-European standard of beauty. But this group of people hates black men. And if black men date outside their race, they will call that black man a sellout. They won't call Serena Williams a sellout, though. I don't know how that's possible. George Floyd, his death led to things like Black Lives Matter. So did Mike Brown. And yet all these deaths of these black men put how much money in the pockets of black men? How many programs can you black men partake in the billions of dollars that Black Lives Matter got off the backs of your debts? Huh? How many of you black men benefited from anything that Black Lives Matter has done? How many of you black men? You died for it. You're the number one face that they put out there. Thank you, Christopher. It's your face that they put out in front of the world. It's your body that they display on the news of you laying out in the streets.
See, he's talking about, and we talk about this all the time. It's crazy how much he is really illustrating our points that we reiterate and hone in on all the time. Black Lives Matter, that's a black male issue. That's a black male issue. Only black men are being killed, disproportionately murdered and brutalized by police officers. Yet, the only people who have fought and made strides and have been actively working against that adversity are the black women. So yeah, Black Lives Matter is accumulating millions and millions of dollars because they're the one who launched the whole initiative. You know what I'm saying? It's like, men, y'all motherfuckers won't do shit. If y'all started organizations, if y'all organized, if y'all were able to collaborate and had the wherewithal and the intellect to create your own organizations, then you would be solely benefiting from this. But no, the black women had to step up to do it.
You with your head busted open. You with bullet holes in your body. It's you, black men. How much money did you get? How many programs are out there to help black men? One of the black men who were murdered by one of these so-called racist white cops was dealing with child support issues. And if he didn't have child support issues, he wouldn't have been pulled over. There are no programs to help you. You're the ones dying in the streets. You're the ones having to sell drugs to take care of your family, to help out mama and them and grandmama and them. It's you. You're the ones who's dying all the damn time. There's no other group of black males that die as much as black males in entertainment. Have they done anything to try to help you out? Have they done anything to try to stop the violence? When's the last time you even heard a track about stopping the violence or a movement about stopping the violence? Remember when that was? Yes. It was the 80s and early 90s. The last time that you black men valued your own lives, when you stood up and said, we are black men and we should not be out here killing each other. We can do this music, we can do all of this stuff, but we should not make each other the enemy. We should start to value each other's lives. But now, we have black girl magic, black queens, black girls rock. All of this stuff built off the backs of black men who cannot participate or partake in any of that damn money that they've thrown out. Now, black men, they've gone so far that even your own black women, as they keep calling themselves, have joined in to make sure to emasculate and feminize their sons. Now they're parading your boys out in dresses. Now they're putting beads in your little boy's hair. Now they're painting your little boy's fingernails. Matter of fact, these women have gotten so cold with the game that was started by Mr. Lyndon Baines Johnson, as I said, the original LBJ. They only need you men to squirt semen inside.
Oh shoot, what happened to
society has done a great job
y'all.
to make us.
I'm trying to multitask.
Doing that is our
fucking shut up. Here we go. Expand. Okay.
After we squirt semen inside of them, they have children. With those children, they receive things like they're getting right now with stimulus, which is $3,600 per child. Yet the black man who helped them create that child gets how much? Come on, black men. How many of you guys are expected to get a stimulus check because you fucked a bitch and got a baby? You stimulated her vagina. You stimulated her clitoris. You stimulated her vulva. Why aren't you getting a check? Shouldn't you receive a check? We help contribute to the prison population, which is why they're paying you, black women. You do understand this, don't you? People got mad at me when I said black women are the right hand of white supremacy, but what else would you call a group of people who, after being raped and beaten by a guy, still wants that guy? There's a movement called the swirl movement. Yes, 3,600. 3,600. There's a movement called the swirl movement. If black men had started something like that, it would be condemned and it would have been shut down. But yet black women get to go around and talk about how much they love the white man and how much the white man is better than the black man. They even make fun of the black man, saying, why not get you a, what is it? What does it say? Why not get you a Trey or something like that instead of a Tyrone? Why not get you a Derek instead of a Darrell? Is some shit that they say. These are things that black women are saying, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making this up. But the reason his name is Tyrone is because you named him that. There wasn't a black man that named him this. It was a black woman. His name is Jamarquavius because a black woman named him that. So these women create the problem and then make fun of the problem they themselves created. These women create the problem and then try to make fun of the problem that they themselves created. There's no black man naming these children. There's no black man sitting there signing these birth certificates. It's a black woman. Yet black women are making fun of the name they give their own children. Don't want a guy in jail is what the swirlers say. Cool. Yet who created the guy in jail? As a matter of fact, when they're not dating the white guys, when they date the black guy, guess what they require the black guy to do? Be a thug. They require him to be a thug. How's that possible? Why would he be required to be a thug? To date you? Why is it that us black men gotta have a bunch of tattoos, cuss, have no regard for the law? But when they get a white dude, they get a white dude like Prince Harry.
We sure do. I gotta pause it there. You see him? See, and that's one thing. Man, a broken clock it will be right twice a day. He ain't lying. When we divest, we do it well. We do it fucking well. We do it good. We're getting Robert De Niro. We're getting Prince Harry's. We're getting the cream of the crop when we divest. Contrastingly, with these Tyrones are getting Barnyard Becky. They're getting Mayo Mouth Becky that looked like she done rolled out of bed, trailer park trash, pregnant beer belly. That's what they getting. So he ain't lying about that.
He don't have swag, but then again, he doesn't have to. So you're not raising black men to do this. You're not raising black men to be upstanding citizens, nor are you trying to date black upstanding citizens. It's not a bunch of engineers that got a gang of kids, is it? It's not a bunch of doctors that have
shut
a gang
up.
of kids, or aerospace engineers that have a gang of
statistically, you guys aren't engineers. You're not astrophysicists. You're not doctors. So shut up. Statistically, most of you are thugs. Most of you fall in the category of being broke bums who have nothing to offer.
kids by you. Black women work hand in hand with the white man, and they get mad at me when I say that they do, but watch how a black woman treats you versus how she treats a white man. Black women get mad at a lot of things, but you've never seen them get mad at ghetto gaggers. Ghetto gaggers exist, and black women know it exists, and there's not been one black woman try to boycott it. So let me get this straight. There's a petition online to get me off of the internet because of what I say about black women. But ghetto gaggers makes black women eat dog shit, eat their own throw up, get pissed on in their face, drink piss of the white boy, have several white boys spit in their face, slap them in the face, come in their face, and this is a real thing. No black women petition to get that taken down. They say I make money off of degrading black women. What does ghetto gaggers do? You go to my OnlyFans, you don't see me ghetto gagging black women. You don't see me mistreating them and dogging them out. You don't hear any stories of me mistreating them and dogging them out, do you? You don't hear any stories of girls I used to date talking about I dogged them out, beat them, any of that shit. Yet I'm still bad for black women. The ghetto gaggers are safe. Black men don't go around parading their light skin and mixed babies around, but black women actually do.
Oh, shut up. And this is coming from the men who say they want their boys to look like them, but their girls to be light skinned. Shut the fuck up. When parents of biracial children have black moms, they don't have the same complexes that children of white mothers who are biracial do. That's not true. He's so full of shit.
Goldman Sachs, the Jewish group, came out and said that they're doing philanthropy for women. I want you guys to listen to what Gayle King said talking about this philanthropy and this $10 billion that was given to black women. Listen to this.
Black women in this country have fought for equal pay and equal access to loans for generations so they can start their own businesses and buy homes.
Bypass black men, apparently. Yep.
But new data out today from Goldman Sachs shows they are still 2 times more likely to live in poverty, and they're
2 times more likely to live in poverty because they're having children and they're not financially prepared. And they're having children with men not being their husband. So you're not financially prepared, you're not emotionally prepared, and you have children. Any economist will tell you one of the main things that keep people poor is having children. When you have a child, it is an expensive proposition. And if anybody out there has had a child, they will tell you it's expensive. This is not up for debate. The number one cause of it is having children.
Their average hourly wages are 34% less than white men. They're also less likely to own their own companies.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Thank you, Candace. You are so sweet. Candace hit me with 100. Thank you, dear. Oh, and so did Trishana. Trishana, I did not see that. Y'all are acting crazy. Trishana's a black woman, and Candace is a black woman, and they both hit me with $100. Now, I want to say this as I talk. For as much as I speak about the upliftment of trying to get black men in the front, I will still tell you this. There are way more black women who feel like supporting my message matters than the black dudes. I'm not saying they haven't.
Y'all hear this shit? So these pick-me-shas and mammies are giving this man their money. This is disgusting. Ladies, just a rule of thumb, never give any man any money. I don't give a damn if it's your brother. I don't care if it's a cousin. I don't care if it's a good friend. Never, ever reach into your pocket for a man. You shouldn't even be reaching in your pocket if you have a man. Period. Point blank, period. If you're going out to eat and you're dating, you don't ever pick up the bill. Men's job, their main role, their primary role, their innate attributes should always be to protect and provide. If they're not ever able to do either, leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Sean did, Perry did, DeAnthony did, Steve did, James did, and Eric did. But when you look at compared to that versus I got black women.
The time has come.
See, and these are the women that he's dogging that are supporting this shit. You hear what he said? So these men, these Tyrones that he's talking to don't even support this bullshit. The women are. This don't make no fucking sense. Here we go. Let me skip this ad.
In England sending me swords. I got black women making sure that my sound is right. I got black women making sure I have a good drink. I got black women making sure I have a good meal. I have black women making sure I get a back.
I need to pause it there. Making sure he has a good meal. This is this demented, delusional mentality these motherfuckers have. These black men want you to take care of them, black women. They all want to be kept women. They all want to be kept. They want to be in your position. And you, I mean, here's what I think about. Like, you know how when you're dating someone new and you spend all day wanting to look cute for him, and you might go and get your hair done. You might go to the nail salon, get your nails done. You putting on makeup. They want to be like that. They want to be like that. They want to be sugar babies. They want to be pretty princesses that sit around all day getting minis and petties, douching your bussies, preparing for the actual breadwinners to come home so they can screw you in return for doing all the hard work and for bringing home the bacon. For real. For real. This shit is sad, man.
Y'all saw a whole video. A black woman sent me. Of course, she's not black. She's a half-breed. But she sent a masseuse to my house. So what's strange is when you have someone fighting for black men, but black men have become so damn lazy that they will watch that same group that they watch me condemn on a daily basis do all the work.
Told you a broken clock is right twice a day. So he's sitting there and he'll berate and denigrate black women, but he will tell you in the same token and will illustrate how black women consistently step up to the plate. We are the only ones being providers. We are the men in the community. Black women are the men in the community. We're the only ones working. We're the only ones with trades, with careers, with businesses. We are the only ones contributing any value at all to this fucking community. And even Tommy Sotomizer realizes that.
So when you talk about strong women, look at those women, Miss Peach Cobbler and Trishana. You know why they are strong women? Because they listening to me say something and they listen past the trigger words.
They're strong women. So you uplift these women for being strong, but in the same breath, we'll talk about us being masculine. See, this is what they want. This is what they want. They want mules. Guys, y'all listen to this. Don't be dismissive, because this is the collective mentality of these fucked up men. They want you to be mules. They want you to be men, so you can take care of them, and you can give handouts, and you can give your hard-earned money to them so they can sit on their asses all day. Don't make no motherfucking sense.
One of the hardest things to do is listen past the trigger words. The trigger words is black women. The trigger words is bitch. The trigger words is BT 1000. The trigger words is all these things that make people not listen because, well, they don't want to hear that. So the trigger words are things that they can use so they can say, this is why I don't listen. But they listen past that because they know what I'm trying to build. They know what I'm over. They know what I'm for. There has to be growth, and without growth, or without pruning, there can be no growth. Even those of you who have long hair, tell me, how does it work, ladies? How does it work? Sometimes you got to cut off them split ends in order to get growth. It's not rude. It's not mean. It's not evil. It's necessary. And for those of you who understand what's necessary and they give me the ability to be necessary, I thank you wholeheartedly. Listen to this again.
Sachs shows they are still 2 times more likely to live in poverty, and their average hourly wages are 34% less than white men.
Why is it that black women are comparing their average hourly wages to white men? Are you black men listening? Are you black men listening right now?
He's talking about why are they comparing our wages to white men? Why are you comparing yourself to black women? Why? These men are feminine. And like I hear a lot of other divesting channels talk about male identified women. These are female identified men. These are feminine men. This is the saddest, most pathetic group of men I've ever experienced in my entire lifetime. They want to be like women. They spend all day, instead of providing, instead of figuring out a way to fucking get shit together and to fucking remedy the poor state of the community, they spend all day talking about our net worth, talking about our how much debt we have or whatever, talking about weave and makeup. These are female identified men. That's what they are. This is just a bunch of pussies.
Why aren't they comparing themselves to the women?
Why?
They compared themselves to the men.
Again, why aren't you comparing yourself to other men? Why aren't you comparing yourself to other men? Why aren't you concerned about how much less money you make in comparison to Brad and Jose and Mylene?
And had the nerve to holler a wage gap. Let's hear what the rest they got to say.
They're also less likely to own their own companies. We met one business owner. Her name is Jessica Johnson Cook.
They're also less likely to own their own companies than white men. How the fuck is that even a comparison? That's insane. Black women are less likely to own their own business than white men. What the fuck have they created?
Coke, who is trying to change that. Her company, which has been in her family for generations, provides professional security to businesses across the New York metropolitan area. Here's her story.
Her company that's been in her family for generations. Who started that company? If it's been in her family for generations, this security company? This security company. Who gave it to her? Her black father, her black grandfather, her black great-grandfather, a black male, gave her this company. She didn't create it.
Story in her own words. My name is Jessica Johnson Coe. I am the president and CEO of Johnson Security Bureau, the oldest Black-owned security firm in New York State.
You go, girl. You go, girl. I love seeing beautiful
Johnson
Black
Security
women who
Bureau
are
is a
successful.
third-generation, family-owned and operated security
Oh, he
services
throwing
firm
his hands
based
up.
in the Bronx, New York.
He throwing his hands up because this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Black women are the men in the community. We the niggas with money.
My grandparents, Dorothy and Wilbert Johnson, they started the business in their house in 1962 to create a company where they could provide jobs for people in the community. You may not see a lot of women-owned firms in our neighborhood. You may not see a lot of big businesses coming here.
Of course, she's one of those AKAs that keep talking like this.
But when they see Johnson Security Bureau...
See how mad he is? He's so angry. He is so angry and jealous. And the resentment, this is why you can't date a Tyrone, because they will get very upset and very angered and very triggered when you do better than them.
Them a sense of hope that there is
a big old bitch.
Someone who looks like them, who's achieved some level of success. The Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program was launched in 2009.
I told this motherfucker like 6'8".
As an answer to the financial crash of 2008. And I got the chance to interview with one of the members of the executive team at Goldman Sachs. She said, what if you had resources? What if someone showed you how you could better run your business? What if you could use other people's money and then that way put more people to work and have a greater impact on your community? And we've had sensational results. I mean, we've gone from 16 employees to over 160. Our revenues have increased significantly. If you have the desire and you have the right tools, you can find success.
I love
She
that.
got a tall father and tall brothers.
16 employees to 160. That's impressive
That's
growth.
amazing.
Goldman Sachs is announcing a new $10 billion plan to invest in jobs, healthcare, and housing for Black women. Chairman and CEO David Solomon joins
Jobs, housing, and healthcare for Black women.
us with the head of the firm's urban...
Oh, he big mad. He big mad. He thinking, oh, why, Zaddy, I want to bend it over and bust it open so I can get some of that $10 billion too. Please, I want to suck your dick so I can get some of that cash too. Make it rain. Make it rain on us too. Don't leave us out. That's what he's saying. That's essentially what these fools are saying.
Investment Group, Margaret Anadu. This is their first TV interview about the announcement. Good morning to you both, and I'm very glad it's warm enough in New York that you're both outside on the roof. Great to see.
What do you see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen? What do you see on the screen? White man. White man. Black
I
woman
love that.
smiling big.
I love that. She's smiling because her man is taking good care of her. She's smiling because she finally didn't invest and got away from y'all niggas. So yeah, she got a big Kool-Aid smile.
Niggas always gotta show they teeth. Now I'm gonna be brief.
Looks good.
Well, we're really happy to be with you this morning, and it is definitely almost warm enough to be out of the roof. I'm probably just a little bit underdressed.
All right, David, let's get you going and warm you up. First, how will Goldman Sachs invest that $10 billion to help Black women?
Well, we're very, very excited about this program, and we've been working for quite some time to think about...
When's the last time one of you brothers seen a Black woman smile like that when she was standing beside you?
I'm sorry. I gotta pause there because I be smiling just like that next to my Brad. He made me so happy. I'm telling y'all, divesting is the best decision I've ever made in my entire life because my husband is good to me. My husband is good to me. He does everything for me. And I'm talking about put a big ass rock, $15,000 rock on my finger, fucking paid $2,000 for the luxury car that I wanted, the down payment for that. Also paid the down payment on our house in the gated community in the suburbs, paid off my student loans. I'll be smiling just like her. I'll be smiling just like her. Because that is a man. I'll be like, yes, baby. Shit. This is why you divest. It makes you happier. I'm telling you, look at that smile on her face. because dark niggas bring dark days. I'm serious, y'all. Y'all might think I'm joking, but I'm dead serious. Look at that big old smile. I love that.
I'm not even trying to be funny. When's the last time one of you black men seen a black woman just to smile and look at you like how she looked at that old ass decrepit white man? When's the last time? When was the last time?
Take care of your responsibilities, and she wouldn't be
But
looking
they'll
at another
smile
man
like
like
a
that.
motherfucker in front of a white man that they claim is evil and racist.
About a way that we can have a lasting economic impact. The earnings gaps and also the wealth gaps that exist for black women who are so important in the community based on all they're doing are very, very significant. And so we've really been working toward putting together a longer-term plan to disperse this capital in ways that can really drive broader economic participation, narrow gaps, and really help drive more participation in the economy. I'd like Margaret to talk a little bit about some of the things that we're thinking specifically about to grow.
I'm so sorry. I gotta pause there, but I love me a man who's a man. I'm serious. Like I get turned on. Like, so, and this is the thing. Like, a lot of black women like to focus on trivial shit. Oh, his dick size, or if he got a 6-pack, and if he cute. Me, I get turned on by resources. So hearing this man talk like that is a major turn on. That's what I like. Men with power, men with prestige, men with resources, men who step up and are men and provide for the women that are around them. That turns me on. Shit. So you see in the comments this Catherine Prickett talking about he got a big forehead. Who gives a shit? Y'all worried about the wrong things. Y'all worried about the fucking wrong things. We concerned about resources. We concerned about living a better lifestyle, not just looks.
Over time.
Narrowing the wealth gap between white men and black women. First off, how many of you guys know that this imaginary wage gap, it's not real? Women don't do the dirty jobs, the dangerous jobs. Women don't do the double D's, but men like the double D's and not just tits. Dirty and dangerous. You will not see a skyscraper being built and see any woman on the top of it, much less a black woman. Men do the dirty jobs and men do the dangerous jobs.
Okay, so how do you explain the wage gap between black men and white men then if y'all doing all the dirty and dangerous jobs? Okay? How do you explain it? If y'all doing the same fucking jobs, how come y'all only make on average $40,000 a year if you lucky?
Because men do the dirty jobs and the dangerous jobs, they get compensated for it. Why is it that women try to claim there's a wage gap? If women were doing the dirty and the dangerous jobs, they'd get the same amount of money. As a matter of fact, if women could do the dirty and the dangerous jobs, they'd probably be getting paid more. Right, where are the black women in the mines? Where are they at in the coal mines? Go ahead, Margaret.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, another ad. My bad.
I guess your girl is a fan now. Daily Harvest literally does all the work for you. With my busy and
I'm sorry, guys. Let's skip through this ad.
We think about the $10 billion and the impact that we can have here. You know, you heard from Jessica Johnson just what it means to have that access to capital.
The tall black woman has a big old perm in her hair. This black woman has a perm and weave.
I told y'all.
But they love being black.
They worried about the wrong damn things. They worried about hair and makeup. I told you this is your competition, y'all. They are competing with you because they are feminine identified men. That's why they're so fixated on how you look, on your makeup, on how you dress, on how you wear your hair, and on weave and stupid ass shit. Because they are competing, they are in direct competition with you to get Brad. I'm telling y'all, they want his resources. They want his resources. So they'll denigrate you. That way, they lower your perception in the eyes of Brad.
Just black with as much white added on features as they can get.
Capital, but we want to do something much broader here, and that's why we want to invest in healthcare, education, housing, childcare.
Go, sis.
Stepping back,
I love
these
that.
are the foundation.
Healthcare, education, housing, childcare. Listen, black men. Healthcare, education, housing, and childcare. You know another reason why women get paid less than men? Look at the WNBA, for example. If a bitch gets pregnant during the basketball season, and it's your star basketball player, and Kobe Bryant get his wife and several of his prostitutes pregnant during the basketball season, which one of those players is going to miss the season?
I don't know how much more of this I can take, y'all. I'm sorry. This video is 2 hours long, and I thought I'd be able to power through it, but I'm getting drained just by listening to this. We'll keep going, but I think we'll have to wrap this up soon because he is a mess. He is a mess, and I don't hate watch. I know a lot of you guys like to hate watch Kevin Samuels, or they like to hate watch Tyrone's and the likes of these. I don't do that. I try to protect my energy at all costs. So I only listen to content that's affirming content that is not biased, content that feels good. And this man is disgusting. So I'm like physically drained just listening to this for 50 minutes. But we'll see how much we can tough it out. Let's keep going.
Which one of those players missed the season? Kobe, who got 99 bitches pregnant that same year? Or the woman who got pregnant by one man that year? The men don't go around looking when they join the company to get all these benefits like the woman does. So that cost, if you've been anything like I was at IBM, when you hire people, one of the things you worry about as a person that hires someone is the cost of hiring them. Anybody else in the hiring industry, tell me if I'm lying or not. See, when you do a job and you invested in a job, you stop seeing the people and you start seeing the profit. Somebody tell me if I'm lying. You don't have to be you don't have to be reading the Bible to look for the profit. See, I was pro-black until it was my job to hire people. Then I started saying the cost of hiring the person. And I'd rather hire people who want less insurance and all that other stuff. Just would. Productivity. Bottom line. Yes, business of business is business. This is why typically white men and black men get along when they're in the boardroom. Because they stop seeing the people and they start seeing the profit. Now, I know that doesn't sound good in the long run because you say you must always see the people. But I'm telling you.
So I've been in the boardroom since 2015, and I've never seen a nigger there my entire life ever. So I don't know what he's talking about. Black men and white men get along in the boardroom. I've been in there in a leadership role at my company since 2015. I have not yet seen a Tyrone in the boardroom. So I don't know. This is what I mean. These delusions of grandeur.
When you get in the boardroom, you stop seeing the people. You start seeing the profit. And you'll hire anyone. Because we at one point claimed that the white man is real racist. The white man has no problem hiring the Mexicans when they cross over the border. Why? Profit. People think that slavery was a hatred thing. Slavery was a business enterprise. That's what it was. Slavery was a business enterprise.
Foundational elements in a black woman's life that really drive economic prosperity. And we think when we can in a black woman's life that really drive economic prosperity. Stepping back, right? These are the foundational elements. And that's why we want to invest in healthcare, education, housing, childcare.
healthcare, education, housing, childcare. Black men, you better listen to what's being said. She goes to the white man to help her with education, housing, childcare. Where do you go? Where do you go, black men? Who do you go for healthcare, education, childcare, and housing? Who do you go to? Why is the white man giving the black woman this much money? Black men need education. If I'm not mistaken, don't black women go around and brag on the fact
These motherfuckers is pathetic. So instead of looking at himself and using this as a moment of reflection and a moment to change the trajectory of this community and the trajectory of his life, instead of saying, "Damn, it's fucked up that a man from another community got to step up to the plate and handle the obligations that we should be handling," this motherfucker is saying, "Pay me to, help me to," like a goddamn kid. Like a bitch. These men kill me.
States. It's funny how they're not asking for
Jesus.
black men to be given education like them. To bring up their men.
We're supposed to be. So he said we're supposed to be asking for them to be educated instead of him saying, why are our men failing professionally? Why are the men in the community mediocre, struggling when it comes to educational initiatives? Instead of focusing on that, he's deflecting and putting that accountability on women. You can't make this shit up. These motherfuckers are sad. I'm telling y'all, if you ever needed an example of why you need to divest, I don't know a better example than this shit. Because this is sad, and this illustrates the collective thought process of these motherfuckers. They are sad. They are incompetent. They are inept. They are sorry, incapable, powerless, subjugated men.
Goldman Sachs are willing to give the black woman money as long as she don't have you, because none of those Jews have decided to give any money to black families. And no black person in the United States today should sit here and stand by and be okay with the fact that they're not pushing us to be united.
Oh, so now we need to be united. After you done called black women hair helmet wearing bitches and hoes and baby mamas, and now we need to be united. Now that a Fortune 500 company is pledging to give us $10 billion, now we need to be united. This nigga ain't shit.
If you want to help black folks, Goldman Sachs,
shut
why
your
don't
ass
you give
up.
money to black families?
Why don't you work for it, dummy? It ain't nobody else's responsibility to take care of black families but the men who created them. Fuck boy. Piss me off. Y'all, okay. Yeah, I accidentally done restarted the damn video. I think that's the perfect opportunity for me to stop this shit and to stop listening to this fuck shit, because this don't make no goddamn sense and it's pissing me off. I don't think I can bear another hour and a half of that bullshit. So we gonna pause right there. We gonna wrap it up right there, and close this one out. What I will say, black women, is right now is the perfect opportunity for us to continue our level up journey. The Black Lives Matter protests and the everything that happened with George Floyd over the summer. I do not agree with it. I think that if black men don't want to be brutalized by police, they need to make better decisions. But that don't mean you can't capitalize off of this shit. So what I will say is right now, the pot is overflowing. There are tons of businesses and tons of organizations that want to see you succeed. Black women, take advantage of it. So this Goldman Sach endeavor, all of these initiatives, philanthropic efforts that are focused towards the black community, take advantage and hit while the iron is hot. Right now is the perfect opportunity for you to make career moves and for you to pivot professionally, for you to start your businesses, for you to align yourself to be in a position where you'll win and take advantage of the gains from this. Let these motherfuckers sit online complaining about this shit while you making moves. That's all I'll say. All right, that's all I got. I love you guys. I will talk to you next time. See ya.